Hello. Here begins a new year. It's actually been a full year since I first taught in this place in front of this blackboard. Oh, there's the cat. We're still in a barn. Maybe that cat's going to start hollering. We're still in a barn, but I could jump to the idea that I'm going to move my classroom this year. That cat's got me worried. I about froze last year, different times. I could hardly hold the chalk. My hand was so cold. I'm going to move up to the house. Last year I taught a course called Frank's Humanities 100, Frank's Humanities 100. I called it Frank's Hum 100. Frank's Hum 100. This year I intend to teach another course, a full year's course. I have 9th grade in mind. That cat's going to do this with me. And I have in mind the alumni of Frank's Hum 100. I often thought that if I would love to have students come to me who already knew the material that I taught them in 8th grade, 7th and 8th grade. And so I'm going to imagine that most of my viewers have seen that, taken that course. What would I do? What would I do with them as, say, 9th graders or the next year? Now the other course I taught over 100 times, 120 times I think I maybe estimated that course basically. I only taught 9th grade 1 year, and that was 30 years ago or more. So in my mind, this is going to be quite a different experience. I'm going to be feeling my way through it. This would be video 2.11, the second course, first day, first video. I already said I was going to move my classroom. I have begun to think of myself as creating a school. I'm going to call it Frank's School. Now why I spell it like that will take some explaining. Later on I'll maybe explain that. I should maybe add that. But Frank's School. I've taught 2 courses now. Frank's Hum 100, and I taught English für Deutsche, English for Germans, for about 3 weeks. I taught in German, beginning English for Germans. Okay, I've explained about this stuff. What I think I will have, at this point, what I imagine that I will have in this course. A course which I do not intend to have every single day. There were 180 days in that course, and I knew that before I started, because that's how long a school year is. I'll still plan it in terms of a school year, but I do make no promise that I'm going to teach every single day, or 180 videos plus. But here is material that I think I will cover. If I had 9th graders, just as I did with 8th graders, I would begin the year with a bang. I began Frank's Hum 100 with the watching of Much Ado About Nothing. You know, the kids, and I did this year after year, they hardly knew my name, but they sat down and they were watching a movie, a full-length movie. Of course, it's a Shakespearean play. Well, you've already seen that now. You've studied quite a bit of Shakespeare. If you had my course, you know a lot about Shakespeare. Well, what I would do with my students is I would have them immediately, very second day they're here, begin to watch As You Like It. This is the year 2006 was when that was made. That's the one that you want to find. And Netflix has it, as I think I said with Much Ado About Nothing. You should just buy it. It's not very expensive. I'm not sure I'll talk too much about that. I may. I'll see. I'm going to pause for, at least 8 days here before I go on anyway. But that's what I would be doing for the first, say, 2 weeks of my year. Now, as the year goes on, here are other things that I plan to do. A whole series of videos I'm going to put on, which I will call details of Frank's Tour d'Europe. Well, I went on a grand tour, really, of Europe in May, and I have lots of film footage from that. Now, it's going to be different. It's not just the classic beautiful scenes and castles. It's details. And that will take That may take a month, maybe two, I don't know. But that's one of the things I'll do. There's an activity called Class Vocabulary that I introduced with Frank Some 100. If I can find a way to make that work online, I will be delighted. I will try to do that. I think I'll teach punctuation, briefly, but completely. I can do that. I've done that in the past, and I did not do that in Frank Some 100. The trades. Well, that will be a huge part of the year, the trades. I was going to write down the history of the trades. Blacksmith, sawyer, tanner, weaver, hatter, farmer, builder, the trades. I have a deep interest in the history of the trades. As a matter of fact, I continue, when I'm not teaching, to be working on creating a museum called the Old and Other Ways Museum. And it will be very much about the trades. And I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do with that, but it will be extensive. The Song of Marion's Daughter is an epic poem. I would like to finish it this year, or at least take it far along. In Frank Some 100, I taught how to write verse. And now, since that's been taught, now I think I would like to see if I can get help from others online to complete this huge work. If not, they can witness my trying to complete it. At a certain point, I intend to teach German. This is in English, teaching German. Maybe 6 weeks, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'll have to think about that, but and later on I'll explain why it is that I so much would like English speakers to have German available for them to learn. So often not present in schools. This is in Suonen. I don't think I'm going to explain that. If you have a curious mind and you Google it, if you just Google Bisses, you might not find what I'm talking about. But if you add to it Suonen, this is an O, this is Suonen, then you will see what I want to teach about. And mountains. At some point or other, I want to teach a course on mountains. And I guess that's probably enough now. All right, this is a start. I don't think, as I said, I don't think I will put another video online until for about 2 weeks. That will be 2.2.1, the second day, first video. We'll have to see about that. And I think that this is probably the last time that I am going to be teaching in this space. I'm going to have a better, more comfortable place, I think. I hope you come back.